I need to take a second. I just really need to take a second tonight. I need to take a second tonight to really collect my thoughts. I really need to take a second. It's the first time I have just been insanely pissed off. I am disappointed in AEW to a lot of things, man. First of all, your all-in card is kind of weak. Kind of weak. Yeah? Kind of weak. Your version of WrestleMania is a joke. Where are the announcements? Where are the announcements? That Tony Khan on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday was shoving down our throats. Oh, what, those announcements supposed to be you're going to run an Australia show? Or wait, you're going to run the spear? What is it? What Time of My Life, Good Rhythms, Time of My Life by Danielson? Which screams to me that he signed a new contract with AEW and this is all fucking Prasad. Like, boy, I have not been mad in a minute over wrestling, man, but I am literally dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded. You have Pac off your fucking all-in fucking show? What are we doing? What are we doing? Tony Khan's supposed to make announcements now. It's pushed back to Collision now. Supposed to be Collision. What are we doing? What are we doing? All In is supposed to be your version of WrestleMania. And you're putting things on the Go Home Show. You're putting things on the Go Home Show. You're putting the Intercontinental title on fucking... Why? Why? I don't understand. Tony, you don't give a fuck at all about fans. You don't care at all. I am mad. I'm an AEW fan. And you're shoving things down fucking Cardiff. Why? Why can't we have Okada and fucking... I just don't understand. I am so mad. I am so mad. This show... My anger. What are we doing? Tony Khan teases announcements for 3 fucking long days. And we get nothing. We get nothing. Then we get the Elite. Finally, hooray! Finally, they show up. Holy shit! They show the fuck up. And what do? We're doing the exact reverse of what I said they shouldn't do. It's FTR and the Elite again. Again. Shoved down our throats. Why? Why? What, the Acclaim's expense? Should be a triple threat ladder match. Like I said from the get-go. That is some terrible fucking booking. That is just stupid. Shitty fucking booking. Then Okada, that title belt that you just brought out and had a tournament, you're basically saying, gee, fuck that belt. We're going to put it on our go-home show. And we're going to give probably Claudio his flowers and a parade. But guess what? Guess what, you stupid AEW fans? Guess what? We don't have enough time to put that on our main show. No, we don't have time because we don't want to make it a 6-hour show. We G Willikers don't give a fuck about you. I like to see AEW fans justify it to me. When you watch shit, you watch shit. That was shit. That shit was garbage. What are we doing with one of the prestigious titles held by somebody that was in the island of relevancy called Okada? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? We put you on the C show. What the fuck are we doing? The C show. The fucking C show. And I'm fired up tonight. I'm lit. This shit was stupid. We all know what's happening on Collision. You excited for FTR winning? Boy. Woo! Yeah, boys. We're excited. Regurgitated shit. How many times? Coming at the Acclaim's expense. Really? Really? Boy. We finally get something for Jungle Boy. Or sorry, Jack Perry. I'm sorry, Jack Perry. We're finally getting something. With Darby Allin, we're finally getting a piece of a crumb of a pie. Oh shit. It's happening, boys. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting pie. We're finally getting a payoff. Holy shit. Holy shit. I told you guys, when these wrestling companies do shit, I'm going to call it for what it is. Shit. Garbage. Yes, I'm animated. Yes, I'm fully hyped up. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be this AEW guy telling you, oh man, this show was great shit. Oh my God, Tony Khan's the best booker, right? I'm supposed to tell you that, right? I'm supposed to tell you people this, right? What a failure. What a joke. And Tony Khan wants to know why he's losing views. Well, when you do this kind of shit, people are going to go walk up and go watch TNA. They're going to go watch something else. Because at least with that, it's entertaining. The Young Bucks and the Acclaim, I watched the match and I'm like, okay, this is going to end. This is predictable. It's going to end in hokey pokey shit the minute go. I didn't have to watch the show tonight. I watched it on Cloud DVR. I got up out of bed. I said, okay, I'm going to keep sleeping and I'm going to watch it on my Cloud DVR on DirecTV and I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch. And then I recorded also Modern Family onto the side of that because they run over into it. So I sit and watch both and I'm just left scratching my fucking head. I didn't need to watch it live to understand that there was going to be no announcements, there was going to be no this, there was going to be no that, and then you're going to have the tribalist, the elitist on X or whatever you could find justify the shit to you. Tony Khan's just waiting for a better occasion to do it. What, on Collision with literally the viewership that's like down to like TNA viewership? I'm left dumbfounded. I'm left going, what are we doing? Mariah May and Toni Storm, they furthered that with vignettes. I'm left with, what are we doing? You do the reverse. Okada and Cesaro, or sorry, Claudio is put on your C show. On your motherfucking C show. What are we doing? This guy's on your go home show. Like, what are we doing? And Okada should be cutting the promo of his life. And we've relegated him for what? He sounds, no offense, he sounds stupid. I'll show you, bitch. What? Why was this not in a ring? I want to understand. I want to understand where they got this booking, because it seems like they just got the booking from the Marvel Universe. They just took booking from fucking Star Wars, the creators. Holy shit, they hired Star Wars creators. They went and booked for Tony Khan. It's like Tony Khan mentally checked out, and it was like everything upon everything. We don't want to do a 6-hour show like WWE. We don't want to make it 2 nights. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to spoon feed you shit. And then I was like, where's the announcements? Where? I guess earlier today he said Collision, there's going to be some type of shit. So we're pushing it to your B show now? I better right, he had no way of giving you a fucking announcement, because Sean Ross Sapp and a few others this morning decided to make announcements and rumors and innuendos about AEW renting out fucking Australia, mate. So there went Tony Khan's announcement, and then there was another announcement of they're now actually got a TV deal now. Holy shit, they got a TV deal. That was the other one that I heard going around, and I'm like, about time. And I get why Tony Khan didn't make announcements, because it's already leaked out with the dirt sheets. Like, holy fucking shit. What are we doing? I'm sitting here just going, I'm sitting here and I didn't even watch it live as it was happening. I got up out of bed because I've had a fucked up sleeping schedule, and I watched it on Cloud DVR and DirecTV stream. Yeah. And I literally sat back and I rewinded and I fast forward through the shit and got to see what I needed to see tonight, the main important things. And I was left scratching my head. Okada, we're putting on the C show. Pac, we're not even putting on All In at all. Pac's getting relegated to, hey, G Willikers, dude, our second pay-per-view, which is basically Payback, we're giving to you with Pac. Pac's not even worth All In. I'm like, oh, the fuck? The fuck? You're giving trios title triple threat match, but not a Pac match? Guys, I'll watch a 6-hour pay-per-view. I'm willing to watch a 5.5-hour show if you give me a good card. This card is not it for me, cheat. So far, outside Danielson, the American Championship, and maybe Darby Allin, I really, honestly, and Mariah May and that, outside of that, I don't even care about the TBS Championship and Britt Baker, to be honest with you, because we all know that's predictable. We all know what's happening. They did nothing to get me excited except, gee willikers, I'm just going to watch the shit. And this is their version of WrestleMania. Woo. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And when you don't add announcements to it, it just makes me go, what are we doing? Chief, I hate, I don't like throwing that word around. I hate when Tony Khan, from here on out, we're gonna have a thing in this channel going forward. We're gonna call it Tony Khan non-announcement night. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna have like comedy people come on stage. I'll get comedy clips, and we're just gonna make fun of Tony Khan, because that's absolutely absurd to me. You sold for 4 days, 4 long days, that you had announcements all the weekend long, saying how it's gonna be legendary, and it's gonna be, now you're pushing it back to Collision now, and then the dirt sheets. Here's the thing: the dirt sheets all came out all at the same time, and it was like just fucking hilarious today. All of them came out before I went to sleep. All of them. Sean Ross Sapp, PWI, all of them talking about Australia and somewhat of a TV deal, and possibly some surprises at All In. I haven't seen anything. Zero. Tony Khan is batting 1,000 in bullshit. I just don't understand it. I'm left dumbfounded. And I agree with you guys in the comment section. I'm left dumbfounded tonight. This is supposed to be your second show before a go-home show, and you're putting Okada on a go-home show? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're putting Okada on a go-home show. Let's drink that in. Drink that in. A guy that was putting on 5-star matches, Tony Khan signs this man. And I get WWE that he'd be a Shinsuke at best. Or a little bit better, because he speaks English decently. But AEW just did what I didn't think they were going to do. They put this man. That's the value you have in your belt. Do you know that, right? Did you just watch? Anybody in my chat watch what I watched? Did you watch them go, well, gee willikers, Okada, go out and cut a shitty promo, and by the way, we're going to put you on our C show. We're not even going to put you on, we don't even value you like that. You and Pac are going to be on our D shows and C shows. Fuck you. That's what they did. That's what they did. They didn't bother to listen to the fans. They bothered not to. Tony Khan's like, yep, you know what? We're going to smoke the ganja. We're going to just smoke the copium. And hey, by the way, we're not going to make any announcements tonight. We're not going to make our shows look like WrestleMania. We're not going to do any of it. We're just going to go, you love AEW, you're just going to come and watch it anyway. And I'm just going to smoke that endless copium in a meeting. And we're just going to go with that shit. What? This is why, and what AEW did tonight, they just proved all the haters right. You know that, right? They just proved the haters that I say, hey guys, you know, don't be so harsh on AEW. Don't be so harsh. They just fucking proved the haters right. You know that, right? Tony Khan just played in the hand of the haters, right? These WWE tribalists, right? You know the next couple of days on X. And I don't comment or anything on X, but I watch it from a distance with my bowl of popcorn. Guess what? Those same tribalists that are WWE guys, they just got a bone thrown at them, and tomorrow AEW's gonna look like a fucking Ringley Barn and Billy fucking circus show. You know that, right? They're gonna look like a glorified circus show tomorrow. Do you know how many people are gonna use Tony Khan's announcements and put out memes and jokes? AEW's gonna look like a laughingstock. And this is why, and I'm sorry to tell you this is why people are leaving AEW to go watch WWE and other products. Now you know. When you do shit like this, the matches, you could have the baddest matches in the world. You could have the badassery matches. You could put on the greatest shit. If you're not putting the beginning and middle and end and living up to the expectations of announcements, hyping up your shows, and then you put your main talent on your C show, people are going to go, I'm fucking out, man. This shit's whack. This is some whack shit. I'd rather go watch anything on a Wednesday now because I know Tony Khan's either going to bullshit me, lie to me, or put on my favorite guys that I come to watch. Do you know people actually come to watch AEW for certain wrestling talent, right? Certain people to be featured. When they watch their favorite Okada being treated like some cartoon character or some type of reality show person, right? You know they're going to walk out. You know they're going to walk out from viewing you. You know that, right? The show was okay, but Pac, he wanted to a Wembley moment, but no, it's an all-out instead. Yeah, Billy, I'm agreeing with you. I'm basically furthering what you're saying. I agree with you. I've been agreeing with everybody in my chat. Everybody in my chat. Guys, I have a donation link. If you like what's going on here, guys, donation down below. Help me out. Help the channel. I haven't said that in a minute. It's down below my throne. All you got to do is hit it. You can go as anonymous, or if you want to just put your name out there, you guys can. But anyway, as I said before, it helps out the channel big time. Because I need some new equipment. But anyway, as I said before, enough me. I'm trying to come back to reality because I'm in pissed off island. I apologize, but I'm fired up tonight because it's like everything AEW could have done, they did reverse. And it's like you're building a WrestleMania show. And here's another thing. I said this months ago, and boy, please tell me I'm right. I told you guys this all-out show is a mistake. The all-out show should be a month later. It should be its own thing. They should be building from a fallout of All In. At least make it 3 weeks or 4 weeks out. Tony Khan making it 2 weeks out is kind of stupid to me. It's like All In Part 2. Or better at make All In 2 nights. If you're going to go that far, I wouldn't mind having All In 2 nights. Like a WWE. If you're making this your WrestleMania, I don't mind it. But don't shaft your talent. Don't shaft your motherfucking talent down to... don't motherfucking shaft your talent, your main talent, to B, C, and D shows. Especially go-home shows. Does Okada really deserve to be on a D show? Does Pac deserve to be put on an all-in show? An all-out show? No. The Acclaim. I feel like the Acclaim are going to get shafted. I feel the Acclaim are going to get shafted. They built the Acclaim up to be this powerhouse, nut up or shut up, and you're going to turn around on Collision and probably give it to FTR. That's what you're going to do. That's what Tony Khan's going to do. He's going to give it to FTR. I've been very, very critical of the Acclaimed. I've been very, very vocal about how the Acclaimed kind of suck, but they do not deserve to be treated this way either. They just don't. I'm sorry to say that. And people could disagree with me. People could tell me. But no, it's all out for instead of Ricochet versus Pac. Yeah. Yeah. This is Tony Khan not listening to the fans. Hang on, guys. I got something in my tooth. Hold on. Ah. That shit hurt. I don't want to see triple threat for the tag belts all in. I want something new. Motor Machine Guns. Yeah, I'll take anything. I will take, Billy, I will take anything. I will take 2 old men. I'll take the Rockers, okay? The Rock and Roll Express coming out versus the Elite. I'll take anything. I'll take anything but FTR and the Elite. I'm serious. I'm not kidding you. I don't want to see another FTR and the Elite. How many times do I need to see that? That's like seeing the Usos versus who was the ones they were going after for a while. And I turn around. If I have to see it one more time, I'm going to barf. I'm just going to sit here and barf. The New Day. If I had to see that again and again and again, I would barf. Like, it's cool. You want to spoon feed that down my throat. That's cool and all. But I don't want to see FTR and fucking the Young Bucks. I would rather see the Acclaim there. I'd rather see the Motor Machine Guns. I would rather see the Rock and Roll Express. I would rather see 2 old men that just came out of a bar drunk as fuck. Lay down in the ring. Anything. See, anything. I would rather see Aussie Open come back. I'd rather see anything but FTR. You're wanting people to spend money. This is the joke. You want people to spend money on this pay-per-view, right? You want people to go and spend hard-earned cash on your product. But I feel like I want to say this. It's like EA and EA. It's just like EA Sports. It's like EA Sports. It's in the game, right? Madden is so bad that they just keep regurgitating shit. And I feel AEW is going that way. And it's like AEW just goes and puts a card together and thinks people are just going to watch that shit and think it's okay. It's like, no, I'm not okay. I'm a wrestling fan. I like beginning, middle, and end of storylines, Tony Khan. I'm not just a guy that you want to put. I'm not that person. I'm not that demographic that, if you just put on a match and you sprinkle some magic dust on it, that magically delicious, my eyes will just go, man, that shit's great. No. If you're not putting a middle, beginning, and end to it, why should I get invested? It's just, why should I get invested? I just all in done with maybe some surprises. I hope. I hope. I'm not trying to be mean. I hope. I have no faith right now. Like, my levels of faith have gone out the door now. Tony Khan played his hand in front of me tonight, and I realized slowly but surely that I'm not going to take him serious anymore when he says things on podcast, and I'm done taking him serious. I haven't been taking him serious, but I thought for once, and I went against my own judgment, and I went for once, maybe I'll just, okay, Tony, maybe we get a TV announcement. Maybe we get something cool. Maybe we get something cool and you make me feel good to go into a WrestleMania, right? You make me feel good. Your version of WrestleMania. You make me feel good. And you make me go, yeah, fuck yeah, woo! And it's like, no, I don't feel that way. I'm feeling like, you know what? I'm just watching you put on a pay-per-view and in a big stadium with no really kind of me going, wow, outside of maybe three matches, and maybe I get surprised. Maybe we get surprised, but right now, I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm just not feeling Darby Allin and Jack Perry. Where has this been? Where has this feud been? They're finally showing it off 2 weeks beforehand. And it's just absurd. You know, Rev, we need Shane ASAP or I'm done with his bullshit. Yeah, you're not the only one. Look, I've talked to a lot of people that love AEW, but the main thing I hear all the time is it's the letdowns. It's not so much they would watch. You know, this is your typical viewer. They're just tired of being let down. That's what it's about. That's why they're dropping. I have friends that used to watch AEW all the time, and they're just tired of the letdowns. They are tired of the letdowns. They said, I'll watch the show in highlight mode on YouTube because basically watching the show is like tearing my whatever hair I have left. And I get disappointed at it all. I come every week. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm excited. And then you do this shit, and it's like, people are like, I'm done. I'm out. And it's like, yeah, I have people that are like that are turning around and saying this. They're like, I'm going to go watch something else. I'll go watch soccer. I'll go watch the NBA. I'll go watch shitty teams that are not making the MLB playoffs over on a Wednesday than watching Dynamite. A lot of people are now starting to go, why should I watch it? I'll watch it later. That's what people are doing. You know, Rev, we need Shane McMahon ASAP. I'm done with his... Yeah, a lot of people are done with Tony Khan's bullshit. There's so many people that are. And trust me, I hear a lot of friends of mine that watch this show that hang out with me on my game streams, and they all say the same shit. They all tell me the same thing. I want to love AEW. I really want to get invested. But when they do these announcements, they do these things, They try to elevate me to invest in Okadas and the Packs and the Malachi Blacks. And then they go off and they do the boneheaded move of not putting my guy that should be featured. Sorry, my dogs. That should be featured. Fuck him. We put him on the C show. And that's just absurd to me. For who? I get Will Ospreay's a draw. I get, like, rumor has it that we're going to get an Adam Page and somewhat of a, what's his name? Jeff Jarrett at All In. Let me read some comments here. Let me read comments. So Billy says, TK keeps saying the announcements is coming. Stop playing the fans. He said now it's going to be Collision. So they're stacking up for Collision. So I guess it went from Wednesday to Collision because their last esports stadium show that they're doing in Texas, whatever, the esports run, whatever they're calling it something stupid. That's why they're doing it now. They changed and they're doing it on Saturday. So Tony, I'm going to sit back on Saturday. And I'm going to sit and watch because I have nothing better to do with my time because the weather here in California sucks and it's hot. I'm going to sit back on Saturday and I'm going to sit back and watch your Collision and I'm going to watch FTR become first contenders because, well, that hasn't been done before. And I'm going to sit back and go, gee willikers. I'm going to sit back, Tony. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to hear these announcements. And if it's nothing but a TV deal or a new stadium show and a TV deal or streaming is coming on Saturday, mark my words, on Saturday, this Saturday, I will be live. You think this show was bad? I'm going to be raging on Saturday. On Saturday, it'll be a lit show here on Rev Sauce 9. I will be pissed. I will be more than mad. And I'll sit here being mad the whole entire time because that shit is bullshit. Now that is bullshit. I will be disappointed and mad and I'll sit back with everybody here just like we're doing tonight and just being like, what did I watch? What did I experience? And I'm not the only, look, I'm not the only one that feels that way. When you had Okada and fucking Claudio sitting and cutting a promo with Renice Burkett, right? And Okada's cutting a stupid promo that makes that title look like a glorified Tonka toy, not prestigious. And then you have fucking Claudio trying to make something out of nothing about it, right? He's trying to come up with something to make at least the match be rememberable. And it's like, dog, you're not even on the main card of All In or All Out or All Out. You're not even on the main card. You're not even on the A plan. You're on the D plan, bro. You're not even on the starting 5 lineup of an NBA team. You're not even on the 6-man. You're on the G League team, brother. You're on the G League team. That's how bad that is. And for Claudio to be on a G League team in the AEW, that is pathetic. That's sad. When this man was your Ring of Honor champion, when they rebranded, this guy was holding belts, and you had him do everything early on when he came in, and now you really glorified him to being a F tier or a D tier player? Huh? And then Okada, you threw money at. You threw fucking money at this dude for years and years. And you have this guy holding a belt and making him look like a gooby goober. A gooby goober. Hey, guys. Hey, bitch. Bitch. Guys, I'm in my head. My name's Okada, and I'm going to talk like this. And giggity. Bitch, I have the title. I'm world prestigious. I did the G1s. Bitch. And then I need to flex my shoulder because I gotta do something in front of the camera that looks good. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? What are we doing in wrestling when you got Okada going, I'm gonna wiggle my shoulder. Wiggle my shoulder, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Somebody should just go take a meme of that and him going, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Like, it's so bad. I told you the WWE Tribalist on X tomorrow are gonna roast the shit out of AEW. It's happening. Sorry to tell you that. It's happening. There's a reason why AEW is getting laughed at. I'm pissed because I swear TK better have something up at All In. I hope. Right now, I hope. I'm an AEW fan. I love AEW. I love WWE. But right now, Tony Khan, the last 2 weeks, man, is fell asleep at the wheel, man. Like he's drunk at the wheel. Like he's like, Jesus, take the wheel. Take me. Take me. I don't care. Because I've sold out a show, I think, in my mind. And it's like, like, I'm cracking jokes because it is funny. To me, it's funny how you could drop the ball so hard. Like, for instance, I think Tony Khan is passing the marijuana to QT Marshall, Pepperman, Will Washington, and all these people. And he's like, what do you think of Okada and Claudio for our go-home show at Cardiff Wells? Is that a good idea? And then they're probably, yeah, Tony. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea. What we do is we have Okada winning a fucked finish. We don't give fucking Claudio shit. Here, Pepper, what do you think? Well, what we do is we don't give the fans what they want. We don't bring Ricochet in. No. We bring Ricochet in 5 weeks on a no-name show because that's how we value him. Here, what do you think, QT? Oh, well, yeah, man. What we do here is we sell shitty matches and shitty booking. Yeah. What we do is we give you the Von Erichs and the Rhodes. And what we do is we put them in like a 5-way match for the Ring of Honor Trios champions. And then what we'll do is next week, at All Out, we'll have our Ring of Honor guys versus our trio, and we'll just unify them again. Because fans love that shit. It's great. Guys, I'm joking around, but all jokes aside, they need to do better. This was not this show. If I had to review it right now, because of announcement not happening, because of the don't care attitude, I'm giving it a C show. This is a C average. This is a 6.75 or a 6.0 to me. It's not a 10-star it's not a 10-star show. 3 weeks ago, if you want to go back, let's go back on the AEW. 3 weeks ago, that was the last time AEW actually did something that I actually praised. The last couple of weeks, I have not praised AEW. After Saturday, if he doesn't deliver, you should shit on the show. I should. I am. I have the last 2 weeks. I have in my reviews. I've done nothing but shit on AEW, and I've told people, like, I've told you guys here, I will praise companies when they are great. When they are bad, I'm going to tell you they're bad. And right now, I don't understand the mindset of Tony Khan at all. I just don't see it. I don't see, like, this is supposed to be your WrestleMania. This is supposed to be your payback show, backlash show that you're working on for All Out. And you have done nothing to make me interested. I'll watch it because I'm a wrestling fan and I got nothing better to do on a Saturday afternoon. But I stopped watching WWE because of this stuff. I didn't like my intelligence being insulted. I didn't like watching brain dead shit. I did not like regurgitated shit all the time. I stopped watching WWE for a while there, I did, because it irritated me. During the Vince McMahon regime, I stopped covering, like, I was covering wrestling, and I fell in love with wrestling because of it. I was like, why should I waste my hard-earned energy and time on regurgitating the same thing that I just saw the week prior, or the week prior that, and the week after that? And it's like, and then you would have Vince McMahon do what Tony Khan does and go, oh, well, we got this most exciting thing. And it was like, oh, it's a 6-man tag. For what? All I want is AEW to succeed, but TK pulling bullshit has pissed the fans off. Yeah, it has. And I've told you guys this, and I've said this before. When I used to watch WWE, when it was Vince McMahon regime and they kept regurgitating the same shit. Before Triple H took over, I stopped watching. I seriously stopped watching for a while. Why? Because I'm not going to sit and invest in something that's boring. I'm not going to sit there and watch 3 hours of regret. If I have to pull a bottle of Jack Daniels out, okay, and drowned, or smoke something to make it funny to me, that's bad. That's not entertaining. That's fucking something else. Like, to sit, like, I had friends of mine, this is no joke, I had friends tell me they would go smoke before watching a WWE just to make it somewhat entertaining because they couldn't stand it. It was like needles on a chalkboard, but they would go and watch it. I'm starting to feel that way about AEW, and it's just like, Tony Khan's got to do something, man. They got to wake up somewhere. And I'm hoping at All In we see Shane McMahon. I'm hoping we see Ricochet. I'm hoping we see Jamie Hayter. I hope to see Samoa Joe back. I want to see. I'm tired of the fake Swerve, Strickland. Oh, I'm going to do something, and then it's not a big name and squash. It's more of a jobber we squash. And then Tony Khan makes it out to be like it's a big thing, and it's not a big thing. I'm not trying to shit on AEW. I love AEW. I do. But when you do this kind of shit, it makes me just go, I may start tuning out, and I may just start doing some TNA reviews over you, because at least TNA, they don't insult my intelligence. They don't make me mad after the fact. I don't sit and watch a 2-hour show and be left, what the fuck did I just watch? Why did you guys do that? Why? At least with WWE, and I will say this in TNA, they show you their cards, but at least they put a beginning, middle, and end behind it, and you believe. There's a reason why Joe Henry is why Joe Henry is. Why people believe in him. There's reasons why you got behind. There's reasons. They built talent. It doesn't, if Tony Khan invested 5 licks into fucking making that Okada, he could have made that Okada and Claudio thing so much better. And honestly, let's keep it a buck here. I'd rather have Adam Page there. Why is Adam Page? That's another person that I go, you just brought Adam Page as the killer cowboy that's destroying people and looking evil, and you have that man not going after a title. You throw Jeff Jarrett, rumor has it, Jeff Jarrett at All In. So let me get this straight. You're going to give me a shit match. You're not even to put Claudio there. You're going to give me Jeff Jarrett and possibly Adam Page. Let me get that understanding. It's left me baffled. And this is why a lot of the AEW fans roll their eyes with title matches. You're telling me that Intercontinental belt that you introduced and had a tournament for, you're telling me that the FTW belt is more fucking important to you than that title with two better. No offense, I love Hook, and I Chris Jericho's garbage right now. But you have those guys go in front. You have the learning tree go up in front of an Okada and a fucking Claudio and possibly a banger of a match. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the wild shit I'm talking about. You put your FTW belt that's not even an adopted title in AEW, right? Not even an adopted title. Not even. And you have it over the Intercontinental belt. Wow, Tony, you might as just turn that FTW belt and you might as just turn that upside down, and you might as make a new belt, and you might as just call it FTW AEW Championship, and you might as just, or better yet, just call it the AEW Hardcore Championship. Turn it around, make a new belt out of it. You might start accepting it, because if that's the way you're putting that belt out there like that, you might just go make it an actual exceptional belt. And give it back to Taz and just be done saying, hey, Taz, thank you for your service. Thank you for the belt. But guess what? We're just going to make our own hardcore title. And we're just going to put it on your son. Because that's how much we value your son. Yeah. D. Willikers. I just don't get that. I don't understand. Like, it's like, it would be like WWE bringing back the 24/7 championship and then going, well, gee Willikers, you know that match Cody Rhodes and fucking XYZ wrestler, or better at Roman, that match? Oh, by the way, it's going to be on our Go Home show, and we're going to put our 24/7 champion as the main event. Does that make any sense to anybody? No, it wouldn't. Why are we doing it here with the Intercontinental belt? Beyond me. Beyond me. Beyond me. What I'm drinking right now is a C4 Original Skittles Flavor Edition. That's what I'm drinking. I know some of you guys are drinking probably a shot of whiskey right now going, man, I watched this shit and my brain hurts. Yeah. And you know what? I don't drink anymore, but I would honestly tell you guys, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm taking a shot of this drink and I'm like, I'm regretting. Like, I don't want to come on being anger filled. You trust me. I don't want to be coming on here and being fucking annoyed about AEW, but I'm annoyed about AEW tonight. I'm not happy with them right now. I haven't been happy in 2 weeks with them. They have done nothing. The Young Bucks don't show up. They show up when they please. And supposedly Tony Khan made their contracts that way. They come out and they show up when they need to show up. And that's absurd. You should take the belts from them then. Take the belts away from them. If you're going to do that, take the belts away. Have them on Ring of Honor having championship belts. Take the belts away from them. If you're not going to have them on your show every week, but you want them on your show every week, then have them have the Ring of Honor belts instead. It's pre-taped. The Bucks can come out whenever they want, do a pay-per-view once in a while. If that's what they're going to do, that's what they should do. They should have the EVPs over there. I'm sorry, but they should. Anyway, I'm just going to say this. Tonight, Mariah May, Tony Storm feud. I love the vignette. I thought that's how you do Mariah May. I thought that was better than some of the WWE shit I've seen. Mariah May, man, no shit. That's a talent, man. Dude, hot as hell. I think I got hard watching that promo. Seriously, I'm not kidding. She looks sexy as hell. And I'm just saying, Mariah May. And then we had Mina. Mina should be signed to AEW. That's a talent. You want to talk about a talent that's hot as hell? Mina's hot as hell. And if you don't have her come into AEW and have her win a title, you're out of your mind. She is good at Stardom. I've been watching her for a while. And how about Mayu? Can we bring Mayu in? The greatest, one of the greatest out of the club of Kana and fucking all these people. Can we just bring her in? Mayu's been so underlooked. It's not even funny. Bring her into AEW, man. Shit. They need some women's talent right now. They need Jamie Hayter. It shows. Like this Britt Baker, and the reason I'm shitting on it so bad the way I have the last couple weeks, it just, to me, like, it screams Jamie Hayter, and we should have had Jamie Hayter or at least Rebel come out, at least something. We should have had something behind Britt Baker. Like, somebody to stand behind, like, oh, Britt Baker, I got your ass, or some up-and-coming talent from Ring of Honor or something stepping up and going, hey, I got your back. Anything at all in, I'm there for you. I'm going to defend you. You know what I mean? You are the ace of, then you got Shida, right? Losing. I get they protected her, but you still had her lose. Like, this is another thing I find baffling. You have Hikaru Shida that's been double champion for you, just losing. Are we having her just job for the hell of doing it and rolling over for talent? That makes no sense either. What Hikaru Shida should be doing is, what they should have done, and this is me, they should have had her in Ring of Honor. They should have kept her there. I know she lost to Athena, but she would have been better off in Ring of Honor. She didn't need to be up on the main roster shit. And I like Shida. I like Riho, but you have them come in, you make them a spectacle, and you change up Sheeta's gimmick to being a badass gaming cosplay character, like basically like she does the Resident Evil stuff. You have her look sick, and then you have her lose. It's like, wow. And why are we feeding her to Monet? We should not be feeding her to Monet. We should have her on Ring of Honor, where she belongs right now. She does not need to be up on the main roster. I don't know what Tony Braindead is thinking right now. Tony Braindead, that's going to be his new nickname going forward for me. Tony Braindead is his new nickname from here on out. Tony Braindead better figure it out real quick, because if he doesn't do a good All In and All Out and Ring of Honor, or now it's a TV deal, let me tell you, he's going to lose 100,000 people. I guarantee it in a room. He is going to lose wrestling fans. Trust me. They're going to be heading to TNA numbers real quickly if they just don't get their acts together. Mark my words. I'm telling you, in the next 2 months, this is going to make and break them. They have to now. Tony Braindead has to become Tony Awake, and he needs to start doing something. If Tony Braindead doesn't do shit at All In and your Backlash or anything like that, which is All Out is your Backlash, right? Your Payback or whatever, Bad Blood. If you don't set up things for that properly and you don't make your shows properly, Tony Braindead, let me introduce you to what fans do. Fans are going to walk out your product. Just saying. I'm going to stick around because I'm an OG and I've been watching since day one. I won't walk away. But there will come a time to where if you keep regurgitating the same shit, just like I did WWE, and I can't take it, and my brain can't take it every week, then I will I will stop watching. I will just go off and do a million other things and just watch the highlights. Because all I need is the highlights at that point. Like, why stomach 2 hours of a show when I can watch the highlights and I could just talk about it within my game streams? I don't need to really, like, to me, like, I'd rather cover the shows that actually entertain me and actually give me the feeling of feeling good. I'm sorry. People could tell me that I'm just a hater. People could turn around and say, oh man, I'm a turncoat, whatever. I don't care enough to care. I care about wrestling being fun. And I care about good build-ups and storylines. You know, we're going to go into it real quick in this Dynamite show, but again, Mercedes Moné with Camille defeating Hikaru Shida, and it's like, why? Why? Britt Baker showing up. Well, I wish Britt Baker would have maybe some new talent. They have done nothing behind Britt Baker. It just glorified feels like Britt Baker's going to go in and somebody's going to show up and fuck her over. That's going to lead into no build, and that's just going to lead into All Out. And to me, I think All Out, here's what Tony Braindead should do. Here's what Tony Braindead should do. He needs to turn his All In to a 2-night pay-per-view. He's got to. It's showing. He's booking Okada as a detraction here. Like a D-show attraction. I'm sorry to tell you guys that that's what's happening. And the amount of money you paid him for, you're paying him Brock Lesnar money, technically. And some of these AEW fans don't realize, and some of the wrestling people don't understand, because they got that old school mindset. They don't realize that times have changed. Wrestlers are getting paid $3 million per year, $4 million a year, $5 million a year. Randy Orton is getting paid buku money per year. He signed a major deal with WWE. He's there long term. CM Punk just got his reconstructed of contract. He's making $3+ million. The days of Brock Lesnar contracts are happening all the time. You could thank the wrestling industry for that one, because wrestlers are getting paid more. Companies are getting paid more. And it's good for the wrestling industry. All I'm waiting for is a union for the wrestlers, to where wrestlers are not self-contracted and they get insurance, they get the things, and they get the protection they deserve. I'm with Cody Rhodes with that one. And by the way, before somebody comes into my stream saying I'm just shitting all over AEW, no. I've given AEW, I spend more time covering AEW than any other wrestling promotion out there because there's more news about AEW than there is WWE. When you go to look at the wrestling stuff, like for instance, I'll count them for you. So let's go to the front page of the Wrestling Observer. Let's go there. Let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12. How many WWE? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the front page. Trying to tell you guys why I cover more AEW stuff. When you go to look at these journalistic sites and you go to report, there's more fucking AEW stuff to cover. Like, for instance, the Lucha Brothers. Let's talk about that. In the news, Lucha Brothers are now denying that they're even going to WWE now. They're denying. That's the new thing. They're denying that they're going to WWE, which I find is shitty. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. If maybe they got offered a buku amount of money. Maybe Tony Khan threw the injury time at them. Maybe he doesn't want to see them go. Now, the other rumors going around that fucking Rey Fenix may go to WWE and wait for Penta. And it's like, I don't know what to believe. This is why I don't report things on my channel when it comes to AEW stuff, because a lot of it's wishy-washy. Like, you don't know what to take serious anymore. So Rampage, here's the full lineup for Rampage. Let's read the Rampage stuff. Top Flight. Okay, MXM collections. I like MXM. I want to see them win a title. That's anything. They could have MX. They just signed those guys. Mason and what's-his-face and Mansoor. They could have those two sitting at All In and having their All In moment. Anything but FTR. I'm just saying. Anything but FTR. We have Nick Wayne versus Kip Sabian. And we have Nyla Rose versus Elektra whatever. We have the correlation, the conglomeration. Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Tama Ishii versus the Outrunners. Who cares? We have the Don Callis family. Drink this in. Kyle Fletcher and Roosh versus KM and Rent Titus. Drink it in. That's your C show. Your C show comes on before your B show. Isn't that wild? That's your match for Rampage this week, ladies and gentlemen. That's your wowie moment of the day. Like Tony Khan books, brain dead Tony Khan books for nobody. And now they're calling it a TNT. Now they're calling it a TNT original AEW Rampage. Hey, there'll be a day that Tony Khan doesn't renew with TNT. Watch. It'll come. Are they going to still call it? Is TNT going to is Dave Zasloff going to turn around and say to Tony Khan, "You can't leave us because we own the property"? Fuck out of here. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see here. We're going to go over news because AEW right now, honestly, their show tonight was good. It was decent. It was average. It wasn't the best. I gave it a C rating. It was a 6.0 for me. I honestly, there was 3 building storylines. They finally are starting building Jack Perry and Darby Allin, but it's too little too late. They're putting it as a coffin match. That sets up for Darby Allin winning. So what was the point of giving Jack Perry a belt? What was your point of giving Jack Perry a fucking belt? To have him not debut, not have him on TV? And I get told this. Here's what I get told by the AEW elitist, the ones that are really delusional. Okay, I had a couple over the weekend come at me in my own chat telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. And then when I bring up facts, here's your facts. Okada, how many times has he defended that Intercontinental belt until recently? How many promos has this man cut? You signed him for how much money? And he done nothing? Jack Perry, you had him come out and win this TNT champion as the scapegoat. He built himself back up in New Japan, but you've done zero until now. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me tell me as an AEW fan. See, this is a true AEW fan. True AEW fan's going to tell you the beginning, middle, and end, and I'm going to be raw and uncut and unbiased. These are and you know what's funny? Let me call out some of my constituents and some of the people that were in group chats. They used to call me an AEW shill. What now? What are you going to tell me now? That I'm an AEW shill? Oh, because I bought the video game. Somebody said because I bought the video game made me a shill. But I buy all video games. I buy shitty video games. And I buy all products because I want to support the product. I'm the one that sits here every week. I'm the one that sits here every week, the good and bad and the different. I don't see you doing a show. I don't see you sitting here giving your opinion and having people watch you. You sit and you bitch about it, but you don't sit and watch the goddamn show. And then you give me shit because why? Because I have an audience of people that watch? These same very haters of my show that will sit here and tell me that. Welcome to Red Savage. I'm Rev Savage. Welcome to it. I'm the devil when it comes to this shit. I have people that look back and go, I wish what could have been. There's reason why I get thousands of views and you don't. There's reasons why people come around me to talk wrestling. I want to address those early on AEW fucking people that call me tribalist. I ain't no tribalist. I'm a guy that likes pro wrestling and want to see it succeed. That's why I want to see fucking Scott D'Amore's Maple Leaf Wrestling succeed. Because you know what? More wrestling equals more money in wrestlers' pockets. I don't sit and just talk about views and fucking numbers all the time. That's another thing that I wanted to address in this video, in this live stream today. You got dumbass people saying dumbass shit. But meanwhile, they're the same people that are in group chats that will sit back and regurgitate, talk about women's wrestling, but then meanwhile say they hate it. Which one is it? You like it or you hate it? And then you'll post off like a jerking event to Sky Blue and fucking Mercedes and fucking all these women, but you meanwhile have all this shit to say about how bad AEW's women's division is when it's actually been pretty good in the last couple of months. Outside of a few hokey pokey things, that it's actually been heating up actually. I would say it's a lot better than some of the women's stuff that we've gotten on WWE recently. So that's just me saying that. These are the same very people early on when I was doing AEW content that would sit down and regurgitate what fucking Eric Bischoff's saying. They idolize Eric Bischoff. Or fucking better yet, they'll sit and idolize they'll sit back and I'll give them the real source. And they go, oh, Eric Bischoff said this about this. Yeah, but Eric Bischoff's a hater, though. You watch his podcast so you can hear him hate on AEW. What does that say about you as a person? See, the reason why I'm being so hard, because I watch the show every week. I sit back. I read Twitter. I sit back and I listen to what the owner has to say. And yes, I have a right to be mad. Yeah, I have a right to be annoyed. Yeah, I have a right tonight to sit back and go, hey, you know what? This show was not great. And you're booking people wrong. It's not been every week. Some of these AEW tribalists will sit back because there's audiences. There's people that I get messaged on Facebook and they'll take a picture from like some Joe Blow fucking AEW account. So you guys know this. I'll get somebody to come on my like page and then take a picture from some Timbuktu Twitter account and then send it to me and tell me how AEW is trash and how I can't defend this. I can't defend fucking fans not being in the seats. That's not a me problem. That's a Tony Khan problem. I'm the guy that watches it per week and reviews it. There's a difference. I don't need to talk about the fucking politics around fucking AEW. We all know what it is. You know, it is. It's expensive. We're like, people don't realize that you have to pick and choose. There's really good wrestling all over the place. Unfortunately, if WWE's running somewhat in your town with AEW, who are you going to pick? You're probably going to pick the hotter show. No offense to some people, but people are going to pick the hotter show to take their kids to. They're going to take their kids to a WWE show over an AEW show. Unfortunately, that's just how this goes. When I was a kid, back in the day, in the 90s, we had other shows, but I still wanted WWE. You know, I didn't pick like an indie show or some, promotion that was coming up in the up. Like there was NWA down here. We did have NWA Los Angeles or Hollywood at times, but they were hot too. They were hot too, coming off the backs of TNA NWA back then. But I still always choose WWE because it had my favorite wrestlers. The AEW women's division has been better than WWE lately, compared to Jade Cargill, who I think still can sell moves. And Julia Hart is coming back to Ring of Honor. Yeah, hell yeah. I've told this to you guys before. I like Jade Cargill. They had to pull the trigger with her in WWE. They had to. But so far, they've kind of squandered it. Like, I don't want her with Bianca Belair. She should be further along. Honestly, this is where a mid-card title for WWE. This is why I'm hoping with the Speed Championship in the women's division could fill that void for the meantime. And you can have Jade Cargill over there and maybe have her win your first ever women's Speed Champion. And yes, guys, I watch Speed too, but I just don't review it. I really seriously don't review it, and I should. It's literally a really good little fast show to watch on X. Yes, guys, I watch Speed. Yes, I sometimes tune into Main Event. Yes, I tune into some of the hokey pokey shit. Like, I do watch Level Up time to time, so judge me now. I watch wrestling. Guys, if I'm bored at night sleeping, I'm going to watch. Or if I need something in the background just to keep me entertained because I have to have TV in the background, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those assholes. Yeah, I have to watch. I have to have something in the background. If it's not, it's YouTube. Sorry, guys, C4. By the way, I did drink the WWE C4 Ruthless Aggression Blueberry. Do not even try it. It is terrible. Don't try it. I'll have a review out on it for you guys. I didn't do a tasting or 2 gulps. You're supposed to take 2 gulps. There's no rules. Yeah, I didn't do that. I have the empty can. I'll just give you guys my honest opinion. I didn't have time to film it because I got so much going on in my world with, Social Security shit and fucking trying to get my SSID fucking fixed or whatever, my SSI fixed and shit like that. So it's like, I just didn't have time to film it because I'm so busy going between offices and shit. Hey, Rev, at this point, AEW needs Becky. Yeah, they do. There's no joke. AEW needs something right now. They need a shot in the arm. They need it. Ever since CM Punk, they have not recovered. They have not recovered. They don't have a big name. They do not have a big name like that, and they haven't built any stars. Tony Khan has built 0 stars. Outside of MJF, you're going to need somebody. Will Ospreay, let me be honest with you, the hardcore fans do know. The casual fan don't. It's coming down to the casual fans. The casual fans. And Tony Khan needs to stop booking for the hardcores. He needs to start booking for the casuals. He needs to start booking for that Timmy, that 5-year-old Timmy. He needs to start booking for the 6-year-old Jimmy. He needs to start booking for the kids like me when I was a kid. That's where I give credit, where credit is due to WWE when I was when I was a kid. They booked for people like me when I was a kid. They made it fun. The problem is with AEW, they don't build stories, and their talents do the same mumbo jumbo shit and don't change. And when you watch it, it's boring. It's boring. And you want to sit back and you want to believe in the Acclaim. You want to believe in Darby. But when you watch them lose all the time and then you finally go, wow, gee willikers, they're getting this. Or some people like Okada. I got friends that watch New Japan religiously that live in Japan, and they watch AEW and they're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you Americans fucking doing with my beloved treasure? The fuck are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, and I have to tell them, yeah, that's Tony Khan for you. Yeah, that's Tony Khan for you. At this point, essentially, Shreya talked about an open challenge at Wembley, who knows. Yeah, but here's the question. Here's my thing to all of you. Why are we giving Shreya an open challenge? Can I ask you guys this? Why are we not putting Okada? Why are we not putting Okada and fucking Claudio somewhere in your mid of your card, but we got Saraya wanting an open challenge? And what has she done to get there? That's my question. What has she done? She wants to do an open challenge like that, and I get it. She had her moment. She had her moment at All In last year, in fact. She should be doing that at an open challenge at All In, at All Out, or Grand Slam. Do it there. Do not do it at All In. To me, that should be reserved. All In should be reserved for the main important talent that want to be there, not just because you have a big contract and you could stake your claim. I'm sorry. That's just me. That should be reserved. If it's your WrestleMania, that should go to the people that worked hard all year, that are fighting for championships, that have a great win-loss record, and we believe in stories. That's the thing. That would be like Cody Rhodes turning around in the middle of a goddamn ring going, hey, by the way, I'm doing an open challenge. Fuck my opponent. If Saraya wants an open challenge, it better be a huge name. Maybe Becky Lynch or bust. I'm with that, but at the same time, I would rather see it done at All Out. Not at a big stadium show, because to me, it has to feel important. I would rather it be important. Saraya is not, and I know this is a hot take for me, and I know I'm not trying to shit on Saraya. If Saraya would do more for AEW this year, if she would fight more instead of being with that Harley Cameron person, and she actually was important in the women's division, and she turned around. See, what the thing for me, for her is, and I'm just being honest with you guys, and this is me keeping it a buck with you guys and being honest. If Saraya had a nice win-loss record and she was in the top 3 and said, hey, I'm being underlooked by Tony Khan, so I'm out here in the middle of All In. Here's the deal. I want an open challenge, and I'm going to show Tony Khan what he's missing out on. That's different. If she does that at All In, okay, cool. I'm all for it. But if she turns around and goes, I just want an open challenge, anybody, any taker, anytime, and her win-loss record, because they go by wins and losses in AEW, doesn't look good, that just looks stupid to me. And I'm going by wins and losses, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you're treating it like UFC, wins and losses matter, and wins and this and that and third, then honestly, at the end of the day, it's got to come out looking good to me. You got to have a good win-loss record. Now, it better be it better be huge, not an average wrestler. I hope. We'll see what they do with Saraya. Never know. Saraya usually gets what she wants. If she pouts and kicks a lot, she gets what she wants. So I could see her having an open challenge. All fairness, I could see her having an open challenge and getting what she wants. I mean, I'm not mad over those things, to be honest with you. But I just think, Okada and Cesaro should be in your mid-card fighting for your title, in your mid-card of the day of wrestling, and I just don't understand why we don't have that. That angers me the most. You want to hear anger from me, what I find pissed off. I'm a huge Claudio Castagnoli fan. I was a huge Cesaro fan. You have Cesaro being on a go-home show. That's what pisses me off. A guy that's been around, that's carried, when you relaunched Ring of Honor and you brought it back, you had the guy hold your title, and then you just have this guy losing or not existing. It's not okay with me. That doesn't sit right with me. And you're talking about bringing in Shelton Benjamin. You're talking about bringing in Bobby Lashley. You're talking about bringing MVP. Not on done. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're having champion. So, earlier in the night, I said I stopped watching WWE back in the day. Before Vince McMahon got taken out of power, I stopped watching. It was insulting my intelligence. During the Vince McMahon regime, it insulted my intelligence. I did not like anything, and it wasn't just me that felt that way. There was a lot of people that felt that way. The regurgitation of the New Day winning tag team champions just to lose it to the Usos over and over again in replay matches. Yeah, of course. I tuned in more to NXT Black and Gold. Yeah, I tuned in to NXT Black and Gold. The reason why, should I explain why NXT Black and Gold in 2015, 2016, 2017 was great? Yeah, SmackDown's been lacking. They need more there. Again, I honestly think they should have went with the student and the pupil. The student and Cody. I think KO personally should not be fighting for that championship. Honestly, KO's gonna lose real quickly, I think, and just, to me, I'd rather see Randy Orton there. Student versus teacher, I think would have been a better way to go about it, and you could have dragged it on. Monday Night Raw's been lackluster for a while. So is SmackDown. Raw's picking up now because of Mommy's back, and they got a nice story there. They're building up a nice story with Chad Gable and things like that. So they got a nice build up going on, and they're dragging it into NXT now. So, like, Otis went over to NXT, and I praised NXT this week. NXT is the bar every week. I don't care who to tell. I think it's above Raw, and I think it's above SmackDown. I would go NXT, and then I would honestly tell you from there, TNA, and then I would say every week, this is how I feel. It's NXT, TNA, and then I would say these could flip every week. I could say so far NXT and TNA are the bar. They're tied for first to me, and then second, third, fourth, and fifth can all change in every week. It's kayfabe. It's storyline. They're building up storylines. Seth Rollins already announced that he was recovering from still injuries and stuff, so they wrote him off TV. Yeah, they wrote him off TV. That's been in the works for a while. So when they did the Tsunami thing, that was all kayfabe. That's all work. That's all the work in the shoot. That's WWE doing the right thing. That's WWE taking somebody off of their television nicely. R-Truth said he was taking a hiatus from WWE recently. So that's good. Ivory's heel turn was good. But that should have came sooner than later, honestly. Maxine Dupree, I would like to see the Alpha Academy more in NXT. I think they suit NXT very well. I think Tozawa is good stuff for NXT. Otis, you saw why Otis got a renew of contract a few years ago and why he's going to be re-signing with WWE. He's really good on NXT. He was good on NXT to begin with before they put him on main roster stuff. And now him having a resurgency is great. But back to the AEW stuff, to be honest with you guys, tonight, honestly, the show wasn't the average show. I watch every show every week. Brain dead Tony Khan, usual. No announcements. Mariah May killing it with her promo. Mariah May is the best thing going for AEW right now, next to, I would honestly tell you, the Danielson stuff is number 2 to me. I would say Swerve is doing a good job doing what Swerve Strickland does. Adam Page is great shit, but I don't know what they're doing with them. Like, the medieval cowboy is great. I just don't understand what they're doing with him. Billy Starks. So if you didn't know, Billy Starks is injured officially. So that was announced today. She is officially injured with... let me read that article real quick so I don't seem like I'm... hold on. So Billy Starks is injured, was pulled from an indie date due to injury. So the women's television champion, that's why they pulled it off of her. Billy Stark was pulled from an indie show due to an enclosed injury. So, yeah. So she's hurt. Don't have an estimation time when she's going to come back. And Billy Starks is another one that is up-and-coming talent that's really good. And I honestly think AEW, she should be up on the main roster with Athena coming soon. So there's that. Athena used to be Ember Moon. Ember Moon's good shit. WWE dropped the ball with Ember Moon. Ember Moon's the shit in Ring of Honor. She's leading that division big time. Billy Starks is good. Red Velvet's good. A lot of these Ring of Honor talents, they should have them up on the main roster. Give me a hell yeah with that one. They should. Red Velvet's good shit. Sky Blue, what are they doing with her? I just don't get that. You have Sky Blue on Ring of Honor, not fucking your main show. When and I know, and now Julia Hart's coming back, and it's like, why are we putting Julia Hart in Ring of Honor when she should be on the main roster? That's somebody that should show up at All In with the music and turn around and stare a hole into Monet as she beats Britt Baker, because I think that's they're gonna go, and they should have the lights go out and then have her stare a hole and fucking. And then just have her stare a hole and then do her finisher against Monet. And that's how they should end that story. And then have her and Julia Hart look at each other and have them feud for a while. I'd be okay with that. Going into All Out, or you could have it going through All Out. And then what you could do, if it's not Britt Baker coming back and taking the belt off of Monet, you can have Julia's coming off of injury. So Julia announced that she's coming off injury and she's been teased for Ring of Honor. And I'm sitting back going, why do you have her coming into Ring of Honor for? Why do you have her coming from Ring of Honor? That makes no sense. Well, Sky Blue has an ankle injury, and she's been on Ring of Honor with that ankle injury. But people don't watch Ring of Honor. See, that's the difference. People don't watch Ring of Honor. That's the thing. And Athena should be over on the main roster already as it is. Let's see. Just giving me Jamie Hayter popping Wembley Stadium in front of 500K in her home. I hope. I hope Brain Dead Tony Khan can actually have some common sense and actually book properly. Nothing wrong with having talent find their home in another promotion. Well, AEW does not have a developmental. Let's just be real here. Like, let's keep it a buck. Brain Dead Tony Khan is incapable of putting a developmental together. Like, Brain Dead Tony Khan, anybody here watching the show, Brain Dead Tony Khan did tonight the most. If you guys watched what I watched, you watched Brain Dead Tony Khan go, well, you know that Intercontinental belt? We're going to have Okada say the most dumbest shit. And then what we're going to have is fucking Claudio Castagnoli save the promo by trying to make the match prestigious on your go-home show. We're not even putting that on. We're not even putting that on the A show. We're putting that on the C show. That's what we're doing. That's Brain Dead Tony Khan's idea. Brain Dead Tony Khan, I don't understand his logic. He must be on that endless fucking copium. And this is the first time that I've been really, like, not happy with Tony Khan. This is the first time in a long time that I've not been happy with him in a minute. And this is, and in the last couple of weeks, I've kind of, this has been brouhaha. And I'm like, hey, Tony Khan, you know, hey, you're going downhill. Your WrestleMania show's not looking good. What are you guys doing? And then you go and do what I told you you shouldn't have done. Last week I said how you do it. You announce stuff. You announce, hey, you're on a high note. We got a TV deal. We got this going on. We got an Australia show coming. We got this. And what do? You don't even announce shit like you typically do. And then what you do on top of it, you leave people watching going, why is Okada and fucking Claudio sitting not even on your pay-per-view? Why is Pac settling for your second, like basically your second night of All In 2 weeks later? Why? That's just absurd. Pac, if you go by rank, and by the way, now I'm waiting for the people to tell me, well, rankings don't matter, Rev, now. You just proved it. Ratings don't matter. Rankings don't matter anymore. Yeah, you're right. These AEW haters / AEW, the WWE Tribalists tomorrow, I'm telling you, mark my word, on X tomorrow, I will wake up, I will not wake up, but I'll be seeing tomorrow morning because I'll be streaming all night. You will see tomorrow, no shit, anybody here that is on X, you'll know tomorrow. You'll go into the AEW section, you'll see all the fucking WWE Tribalists tomorrow with the memes. You watch. You'll see it. Garen, mark my words. Agreed. But far ahead, a long heel, best female they got. Yeah. We're talking Athena. Athena's got the Midas touch right now. Let's see. Let me read. Hold on. I can't even get to the homepage for this event as well. 404. For All In. Because All In is not until next week. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Jaywalks tonight? I hope you're doing well, homie. Hope you're doing good. We got a Jaywalk sighting, man. That's a good thing. We got Jaywalks, the legend, the one. The one. You got the legend, the one. Hell yeah. Hope you're doing good this week, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, hopefully All In doesn't take a huge hit from the craziness. Hold on, I can't see the rest of that comment. Huge hit from the craziness that happened there locally. Well, I'm not trying to be negative towards AEW, like, you know, but, you know, when you're close to a pay-per-view, you're close to a WrestleMania type show. And I don't want to be mean or anything like that. I don't want to seem like an asshole, but I watch wrestling all over the place. I do. Every week I watch TNA. I watch Speed now because I enjoy Speed. I love NXT, but NXT is the bar to me every week. I've told you guys this every week. NXT is the bar. And then it's TNA number 2. They could be tied for first in my list. Then I would go, it's a toss-up from there. You can have Monday Night Raw. Then you can put Dynamite right behind it, and then SmackDown. I'm not a big fan of SmackDown lately. Just because Roman Reigns showed up, it's not been great. Still, it's great because Roman Reigns is there, but outside of that, they don't really have anything going on. Cody Rhodes is ice cold. Like, the man needs to lose the belt at this point. He's ice cold, and nothing he does for me right now is doing it for me. It's Cody Rhodes ain't it, Chief. I'd rather go and have Rhea Ripley be my champion. At this point, anything but Cody Rhodes right now. That's why I was all for Randy Orton versus Cody, and turn around and have Randy lose, then turn around and have a feud for a while, and then turn around and have Orton win the title off of Cody, right? and then you have John Cena come into the picture. You make that title prestigious. You don't need to put a title on the line for Roman and fucking The Rock. You don't need to put a title on that. You can have that feud going all into a civil war leading into a mega, maybe a TLC match or something at WrestleMania, or Roman versus Rock. Then you could turn that into that. You don't need to have a championship to make that match prestigious. You don't. You really don't. You could put The Rock and Roman in a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania and have them kill each other for all I care. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. Like, Cody Rhodes is ice cold. That's what I've been saying I've been saying this all month. Cody Rhodes has been ice cold. They have done nothing. They have done zilch to make him feel important. And feeding him Solo Sikoa wasn't it. And Solo Sikoa, like, he should not even be in a championship type picture. I don't even know why we even did it. Like, Solo Sikoa cannot wrestle. He cannot cut a promo. He is terrible. He should stay mid-card. There's a quality difference when you go watch Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, and there's a quality difference watching Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa should have been in NXT a lot longer. He can't wrestle. It just shows. It's so sad. 5 minutes left on the show, and sorry to say, but Cody Rhodes has been mid. No matter he is baby. Yeah, it's true. That is a true statement. 5 minutes as the show's going off, Roman Reigns comes out and the crowd goes bananas. There's your quality difference. Cody, at first we were all cheered for Cody, okay? We were all cheered for Cody. This is where Cody should turn heel. You should take the American Nightmare and turn heel. Seriously. He should turn heel with the belt. That won't happen because Cody said he wants to be face all the time. So that's not happening. Which is disappointing. By the way, if you guys want to know what I'm drinking, I am drinking a delicious C4 Skittles edition. So that's, if you guys want to know what I'm drinking, that's what I'm drinking. And if you guys want to know my new updated energy drink bar, it is not Ghost Energy Drink. Used to be. Now it's Alani. I would honestly say Goat's Fuel goes as number 2. And then I would honestly tell you, actually C4 has actually gone down in my list to number 6. So there you go. Ghost Energy is too sweet. Way too oversaturated sweet. If I was going to drink, and I feel C4 has better options when it comes to stuff, and I still get the same kick. Hey, Rev, what's the latest with the Lucha Bros? Okay, so the Lucha Bros came out. Penta came out today on X and said, don't believe in the fake news. He was encouraging people like fake news. I'm AEW's present. I'm AEW's present. That's what he kept saying all day today. So it either tells me that he had injury time tacked on, and that's Tony Khan keeping the Lucha Brothers on AEW television because he doesn't want to lose out to them to WWE, or Penta resigned. Because remember, and I'm going to tell you guys this, take a look at, I'll tell you guys, take a look at what happened with Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews was 1 minute talking about, there was articles coming out that he was going to go to WWE. He was going to be with his wife, Mommy, right? And they were going to do something, right? You had all of a sudden, you had Buddy Matthews re-signing with AEW. So I don't think Tony Khan's a dumb man. He's brain dead when it comes to booking, but when it comes to wrestlers, when he has the money and the checkbook out, he's signing his talent. And the Lucha Brothers, I don't think he wanted. You lose that, there goes your tag team division. Who do you got? Who do you got in your tag team division? Name me somebody. Don't name me FTR. It's FTR, the Young Bucks. Maybe if you're lucky, if they show up, Private Party, Top Flight, maybe. You don't have a sexy name behind that. You need a sexy name, and hence why and that's why you keep, excuse me, I'm so sorry, the Lucha Brothers. So the reports are today, if you go to the X and you go look at Penta today was kind of squashing all the news. Like they had him literally at the Performance Center touching and licking the ring. I'm just basically saying basically. So yeah. So he said, no, I'm not at the Performance Center, basically denying all these fake reports. And he said, do not listen to that's why I can't, like, and now you guys understand why I'm in a hard spot and a hard rock when it comes to news. I can't cover it. Like, I know Ango and a lot of them go and they just report this shit. It's like, I can't report that shit. I can't put my name behind it because the next minute that wrestler can come out and say that I'm wrong, right? And when I'm reporting what the dirt sheets are saying, that I'm wrong, it makes me look bad. Then my credibility goes out the door. Then I have people that sit in group chats and say I'm a fucking AEW shill or I'm this shill or I'm a that shill. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit and bullshit people. And that's why I don't report. That's why I stopped doing the reportedly shit. Because until it's real, until I see it happening in front of me, then I'll report it. It's the same as the Motor Machine Guns. There's so many different... Now the new one is they may be going to AEW now. But then the next minute they may be going to WWE now. It's like, who knows? I don't know. And I'm not going to report, like, to be honest... It's like, I don't want to I, as a person, this is me to you guys that come to watch. I want to be true to you guys. I don't want to bullshit you because I'm a wrestling fan myself. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want to sit and report things and tell you definitively, oh, they're going here. And some of you do take what I say serious. And I don't want to I don't want you guys to go and believe and then get all happy and then turn around next minute, they're signing with WWE and you're pissed off at me and saying, I'm a liar. How could you? You know, then I run into, the JD and Solomonster situation, stuff like that, where I'm all but confirming to you that they're showing up in WWE. And I don't want to be those kind of, I don't want to sit like that. I don't want to be a Sean Ross Sapp or things like that. I want to report the real news as it's happening. When it happens, when I see ink on paper somewhere, or I see an article said they signed ink on paper, I'll report it to you guys then. Until then, I'll talk about it in streams, or I'll talk about it within my reviews to you guys. We'll have fantasy booking. We'll talk back and forth. But it's all speculation right now. It's all rumored. Rumors are rumors. Rumors are not something you take serious, and I don't report rumors anymore. I'm not a Sean's View. I don't sit back. I'm not a Sean's View. I'm not like some of these wrestling channels out there that go on Facebook and they see whatever fuck all article and they go and report it as fact. And they do it for clicks and views. I'm just not that person. I want to be genuine to you guys. I want to be as real as fuck. I don't want to sit and lie to you. It's like when I used to do gaming news, if the rumor is true, if the rumor has enough merit to it, then okay. I'll do an article. I'll do a video. I'll do a video with some gameplay in the background. I'll let you guys know. But I won't do that unless it's like 75 to 80%, 85% or 99, like I would say about 92% in the ballpark that it's real. Like for instance, Julia, right? That was all but confirmed. And I confirmed that for you within the rumors and everything. Because it was really set in stone she was going to WWE. There was no doubt she wasn't showing up in AEW. There was no doubt. It's like Megan Bain. Like Megan Bain, everybody tells me about Megan Bain like she's this, that, and third. But we don't know. See, that's the thing. Tony Khan, this is a problem with Tony Khan. He has not been transparent with us about this kind of stuff. This is where I appreciate Triple H over Tony Khan and Nick Khan and things like that. The reason I appreciate them because when there's false information being put out there, like for instance, when he was talking about signing Chad Gable, he did state there was a lot of fake narratives out there that were rolling around. So I appreciate Triple H for being one with the audience and having the finger on the pulse on knowing what's going on and being transparent with you during a media scrum. Where Tony Khan, he likes to hide it. and make it into a spectacle. And I don't like that. I've never liked that about Tony Khan. I've told you guys this on the record. I can't stand him lying or like boasting about, oh, I have these announcements. Oh, I have this. When you really don't. And you do it because you know you're losing viewership. But if we're going to go there, I have a video coming out about DirecTV. DirecTV is now going all in on streaming. So views are not going to count even more when it comes to wrestling. Views don't count. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, ratings do not fucking matter. I'm sorry to tell you. And a lot of you that pump your chest over the ratings, I laugh at you because I've told this on the record, on podcast. I even was on, when I was part of the community, the PWO, I said it within live streams. Views do not fucking matter. Because the Nelson rating system that everybody jerks off over cannot accurately determine streaming TV views. And now with DirecTV forcing their consumers into satellite-less TV, which the grannies and the grandpas and your cousin's family that all comes around during barbecues are all going to be forced into a streaming stick. DirecTV's already said this. Parent company of AT&T have already stated, and Dish followed suit an hour later, saying they're going away and they're going to be forcing people into their streaming TV service called Sling TV. So, again, and then you saw the commercials this week with Coach Prime out there promoting the new DirecTV. So there you go. There's a thing called DVR and people watch it later. Yes. So for instance, so here's one for you that you'll hear in my video that I said, ratings don't matter because on streaming TV, if you guys didn't know this, now you're going to know this. In settings, you can opt out on stats being tracked. So for instance, on DirecTV, when it comes up, when you first sign up and everything, it'll come up and tell you, would you like DirecTV to analyze and track your stats on what you're doing? It's an opt-in, opt-out system. So the Nason ratings, they have no way of tracking you. When you opt out, there's no way. I opt out, so there's no way they can track me. I don't want my stats or my information going out to a company that will sell it to the highest bidder. Hell no. So, like I said, my view on DirecTV is not counting. When I'm watching it live, it's not counting. There's no way of tracking that because I hide my details away from major companies. And I don't want my shit being sold to the highest bidder. Fuck no. Who does? I don't. So yeah, I'm honest with you folks. Like any streaming TV service I go to, we're even thinking about switching over to YouTube TV. I don't want to because they don't go off of satellite times. So DirecTV does. So does Dish. And DirecTV is expensive, but you get a lot of channels for the price. I have DirecTV Stream. The only thing DirecTV Stream's not on is the PS5 or Xbox. Spectrum is. Comcast is. Well, yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about TV. I still am a TV. I didn't really, well, I cut the cord. I cut the satellite and the whole thing. But I still like having my cable television. I still do. I know. I'm a boomer. I'm old. I get it. Yeah. I still have my TV. Why? Because I still watch sports. I can't live without sports. And I'm not going to go and buy these hokey pokey like Suz TV and sit on my computer with no apps. I want to be able to sit my ass and put my balls in a chair and fucking watch TV in my chair. I'm an old man, okay? I'm 33. Yeah, I know. Some people are going to tell me you're not old. But I still like to sit my balls in a chair and crank up the chair and lay back and eat my popcorn and be fat and sit back and fucking watch my college football, okay? Sorry, not sorry for my comments. I do. It's the same like wrestling. As I've gotten older, I get why my uncle used to pull out the chair and crank it back and sit back and relax and fall asleep to football. Okay, now I understand. It's so good. I actually find it relaxing. It actually clears my mind. But you know, hey, my dad used to watch the Fishing Channel, okay? In the outdoor improvement channel. But anyway. And also, too, people do watch on DVR, watch it later, and they don't count those views until a week later. So it's at the end of the day, these people that are sitting here pounding their chest about views, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to you. And if it does matter to you, then honestly, have fun. Have fun talking about those views and have fun talking about companies dying. Because at the end of the day, I give you a golf clap because half of that shit is not being counted and you're going off of false narratives. You're not going off of true narratives. So have that seat. Thank you very much. All right, so we got the views out of the way, and Dish Network's going the way of that. And by the way, DirecTV is still owned and operated by AT&T. So you guys know this. They separated. By the way, college football just got a big deal on DirecTV, something like that. The Big Ten is now over on Peacock now. Peacock did go out and they spent a shit ton of money for sports. So you're getting the NBA. You're getting the Big Ten, which is pretty much where USC and UCLA play in now. They're not part of the Pac-12. So, yeah, there's that. So, when you guys, and let's see what does Tony Khan got to say on Twitter. Anything on Twitter? Thank you all for watching Dynamite tonight. Right now, it's on TBS West. No commercial breaks remaining. Yeah, Tony Khan didn't really say anything pretty much. Let's go. We hear from Athena Thursday night, so I'll be tuning in to Ring of Honor. Blake Christian's good stuff. Leo Rush, man. That's another guy. Leo Rush, like the Hurt Business. If they decide to launch that, the Hurt Business will be the shit. So I'm going to follow Dave Meltzer. What does Dave Meltzer got to say on Twitter? A bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. What does Brian Alvarez has got to say on Twitter? So let's go follow Brian Alvarez. Let's see what he's got to say. Anything interesting? Nope, nothing there. So guys, tonight, AEW, this is one of the longest shows that I've done today. I have a lot of you that were upset over Tony Khan. I know, a damn deal ASAP, not until, what, 2030? 2040? Come on, 2040. 2040, guys. Come on. I'll be in the grave. I'll be dust, okay? I'll be that scene in White Chicks where your mommy's fucking and the stuff like that. Yeah, I'll be long and gone. I'll be in a robot suit, okay? I'll be that scene in Futurama where I'm sitting with my brain, okay? Oh, man. By the way, guys, real quick, Mina Shirakawa looked really nice tonight. Can I just say, that's a person that should be, I'm sorry to say this, but she should be on AEW television. My God. Like, she can wear anything shiny or anything, like, sexy as shit and still look like $1 million. Like, she's breathtakingly hot. And she could speak somewhat English. And guess what? It's kind of scary. And she should be in your AEW, Better Deliver. Mina is gorgeous. Holy Lord. Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna deny that. And yeah, I want Mina more often on my television, to be honest. I'm just saying. Mina is good shit. And the other one that I like a lot that should be what's the other one? Oh my God. I should know this person. Maki Ito. She should also be on AEW. I know that she's part of I know she's part of DDT Pro Wrestling and GCW, but she should be in AEW, man. She's absolutely very, very much entertaining to me. I don't know why. She could speak somewhat English too, and I think she should be. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up like this, guys. If you guys watch, I got some news videos coming up. We did cover the Review Tech USA documentary being a mess. I did cover that. If you know who Review Tech USA is, if you don't, then that's okay. I was part of a side of YouTube called the Crumb Side where we would argue and fight, kind of like how the wrestling tribalists are and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, Sucks and Swallows? What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go chill, and I'm gonna go stream and do the things, gaming-wise tonight. Go play some of that First Descendants, and go chill for the rest of the night. You guys have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, I don't like to be negative about shows, but tonight I was kind of like, I'm gonna come on here and I'm just gonna be as savage as hell. Warzone time? I'm not a big Warzone player. I don't play Warzone like that. I'm not a big fan of Warzone in general. Like I'll play Apex, Fortnite. Let's see. I'm destroying it? Hell yeah. I mean, that's good. That's good. That's good. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good night. Thanks for all coming by, hanging out with me tonight. This was a really good show. A lot of you loved it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. You know, since we'll probably ride the wave of momentum on these wrestling videos and stuff like that. And we'll do a TNA maybe live review tomorrow. Maybe I'll sit down and watch some TNA tomorrow. Usually I watch it the day after and review it, but well, you know, pre-recorded, things like that. So maybe I'll watch it live as it's happening and you know, give a review. Did the Young Bucks get folded? Get fooled? What do you mean? Foiled? Fooled? No, the Young Bucks basically came out, had a title match, and basically, let's put it this way, it turned into them, basically the match got called off, and the Acclaim got mad because FTR tried to stop the Young Bucks, the match got called off, and then pretty much FTR versus the Acclaim for #1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Champions tomorrow. So, yeah. And no announcements for Tony Khan. No announcements at all from Tony Khan tonight. A lot of people pissed off. Mina Shirakawa shows up, which is hot as all hell. Mariah May cuts a promo. Danielson and Swerve have a look down at each other. They pretty much do the time of your life or good rhythms, time of your life, basically to Bryan Danielson, pretty much giving him a send-off, basically, and getting ready for their match. The final countdown, career versus title. Okada and Claudio are not going to be featured on an All-In pay-per-view at all. They're going to be put on the go-home show, technically. So one of your main card belts is not even being valued. And basically, yeah, welcome to AEW. And Jungle Boy Jack Perry finally got a promo, or finally got a segment for the first time. We're finally building up the TNT Championship when we haven't belted up in a month. So there's that. AEW show, C average. I didn't go harsh in the paint. I could have gave it a D, but I honestly went C average. Because there was good moments and there was bad moments, more bad than good. And, yeah, Collision, we'll be watching it. Collision, we will be here. I will be here. Hell over high water. I may do a watch along, too, just to see what's going on. So, anyway, good night. I'll see you guys in the streams here shortly. For YouTube, thank you guys all for stopping in. I love you guys. This is the longest show we've done to date. I know we're gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing a TNA thing tomorrow for sure. Nonetheless, TNA tomorrow, because I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do on TNA. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, peace.